Hello and welcome to the next in our series of videos where we are trying to determine the best game to play next on the channel. And I want to shout out the YouTube channel Mark Maxwell, who does kind of psychology videos in relation to video games. And I watched a video of his recently that was about how to decide what the next game you're going to buy is. And he kind of set up this 3-step process and created this PDF for it that really made a lot of sense. So we're going to try and apply this to the pool of games that we did. Now, the first thing we need to do is set a reference point in 3 areas: budget, time, and mood. Now, mood we can kind of skip over. Well, actually, let's start with budget. So first, it's how much have you budgeted to spend on this game? And I'm saying that my budget is $0. So I would like to play a game that I can spend $0 on. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of rearrange these. So let's create some new categories. So games I own, free to play, would, maybe we'll just leave these 2 empty, and then need to buy, and they'll be green for money. Okay, so let's start rearranging these a little bit. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and start running through these. Link to the Past, I do have the cartridge, and I do have a digital copy on my Wii. Graveyard Keeper, I have on Steam. I have a physical copy of Digimon World. I no longer have a PS2 copy of Final Fantasy X, but I do have the PS4 re-release of Final Fantasy X and X-2. Same with Final Fantasy XII. I no longer have a PS2 copy, but I have the HD re-release for Switch. The Minish Cap, I do not have a copy of. I sold all my Game Boy stuff years and years ago. It is available on the Switch, but you have to get the expansion pack for the Nintendo Online subscription. So I would have to buy that, or rather, I would have to buy a subscription. Pokemon Snap, I still have a cartridge of. You know what? None of these games are free to play. Oh well, that's fine. So not yet released. Not yet released. There we go. So that would be Haunted Chocolatier, and where's Tales of the Shire? And Pokemon ZA Legends and Tales of the Shire. Harvest Moon, I never longer have a physical copy, but I do have a digital copy on my PS3. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I do have a 3DS copy. However, I would need a capture card for my DS, which I do not have, or I would need to buy the HD re-release for Switch. I have a GameCube copy of The Hobbit. I have a GameCube copy of this. I would need to buy Moonstone Island. I have Tulip. I just need to get it back from my brother. I have Dreamlight Valley on the Switch. I have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I have this. Same story as Luigi's Mansion. I would need a capture card for my DS, and that has to be internally installed. I've got Cult of the Lamb on the Switch. I have this. I've got a PS2 copy of this. I would have to buy. I have a physical copy for the Wii. I have this on the Switch. I would need to buy Concede. I have Traveler's Rest on Steam. I have physical copies of Ni no Kuni for PS3 and for Switch. Roots of Patch I have on the Switch. We have this for Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. I have a PS4 copy. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, I have a PS4 copy. Kirby's Dream Land 2. I don't have a physical copy of it, but it may be one of the games that you get on Switch Online. So I'm gonna turn on my Switch real quick and we'll come back to that one. Got this. 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 I have this. We need to buy this. I have this game. Okay. I do have access to Kirby's Dream Land 2 on the Switch via the Game Boy virtual thing. Okay. So if I want to spend $0, these are the games that I have access to. So now, let's change this to out of the running for now, and bump down these games. Unfortunately, can't play Haunted Chocolatier yet. Okay, so then this is our new pool. Alright, now we need to set our second reference point, which is how much time will you have to play? So, essentially, infinite, because this is just going to be the next game we'll stream. We'll stream it until we're done. However, I think for the next game, I'd like to play something with a more definitive end than Stardew Valley, something that's a little less open-ended. So let's see here. So what we'll do is just go through these and pull out the ones that are kind of open-ended games. So for now, and again, just because we're pulling these out of the pool doesn't mean we're not going to play them. It just means it may not be the next game we're playing. Okay, so Kirby's Dream Land 2 is a very definitive end. I'm unsure about Innocent Life. I've never played it before. New Pokemon Snap, Force Unleashed, Luigi's Mansion 3. You know what? I would want to play Dark Moon and maybe even the first one before we played Luigi's Mansion 3, so we'll go ahead and take that out. Silicon Valley. So these have very these are very definitive ending games. Breath of the Wild is very long. So, and I'd like to play something a little on the shorter side. Or not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. Tree of Tranquility would also be kind of a long grind. Reignited Trilogy is 3 games. They're not long games, but it is 3. And it's probably not going to be a Harvest Moon game to start with, because those would be very long. Okay, let's see here. Final Fantasy XII would also be a very long grind. Cult of the Lamb also would take a long time. Traveler's Rest is very, very open-ended, and we'll basically just be playing that forever. Ni no Kuni is also not short. Roots of Pacha is kind of an open-ended game, like Stardew Valley. Summer of Mara, I am not sure about. Link to the Past is not too bad. Graveyard Keeper is long. Digimon World, I don't even know. But I'm not even sure we could finish that, so we'll leave that for now. Final Fantasy X is not too bad. Pokemon Snap is not bad. The Hobbit I don't think is very long. Tulip I don't think is very long. Dreamlight Valley I'm not sure about. Brilliant Diamond would not be bad to play through. Knights of the Old Republic is not that long. Legends Arceus is not that long. Neither is Shepherd's Crossing. As far as Zelda games, I don't think Skyward Sword is really that bad. We're already almost halfway through Pokemon Blue, and we've already gotten a lot of the way through, or not a lot. We've started Princess Peach Showtime, and I don't think it's long. This is very short. This is not bad. Force Unleashed is pretty short. KOTOR 2 I don't think is that long. Okay. I think this is our new pool of games right here. So that's our second reference point. We'll go ahead and just... Ooh. It's sad, but we'll bump these down for now. Again, we will come back to these games. I'm just thinking about like the immediate future. I want to play all of these. This is sad. I'm like dragging down like some of my all-time favorite games here, and games I really want to play. Okay. So then our next reference point we need to set is your current gaming mood. Part of it is I think I want to play something with a story, something that has a clear start and stop, or if it doesn't, and that's probably more important than a story. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a story, but that would be nice. I don't think I want to play something super hard. It can be challenging, but I don't want to play something I'm going to get frustrated with. So maybe games that are too hard, or like Silicon Valley is a very difficult game, or at least it is for me. And probably I don't want to play anything that I've played very recently. Okay. So, Knights of the Old Republic, I played in 2020 for COVID. Pokemon Legends Arceus, I played right when it came out, which was just a couple years ago. These are fine. Fine. I am kind of concerned about these Star Wars games not kind of fitting the rhythm of the channel. I don't know. Honestly, if I end up playing a Zelda game right now, I'd rather it be A Link to the Past. Oh, this is rough. And if I'm going to play a Pokemon Snap, I'm going to play the original one first. We are getting these down, though. We are narrowing it down, which is good. Okay, so we're looking at A Link to the Past, which it's challenging, but it's not too hard. I haven't played it recently, and it's a very, very cozy, like, art style atmosphere game, even though it's not like a farm sim or anything. Digimon World, yeah, that one might be a little on the hard side. Final Fantasy X is challenging but not too hard. I haven't played it in years. And I think it kind of fits the vibe of the channel, kind of, that we've been going for. Tulip, I think, also fits all three of these categories. Shepherd's Crossing fits all three of these categories. So does Kirby's Dream Land 2. Honestly, I think all of these fit our reference points. Okay, fit all three of the reference points that we found. Now we're supposed to end up with a pool of 2 to 5 games. And what is this? 10, 3, 5, 3. Yeah, so that's 10 games. So let's look at this. Okay, step 2, curate viable options, which is basically what we just did. Price, length, gameplay. So that was basically us eliminating all those games was basically step 2. So step 3, evaluate slowly. Basically, once we get to this point, we want to ask these 5 questions to each of these games and assign them a score from 1 to 5. And I'm going to link the video for this in the description if anybody wants to watch it first to get a better explanation of all this rather than what I'm giving. But basically, yeah. But we're supposed to have a pool of 2 to 5 games. So let's see if we can cut this in half. Alright, so let's try to eliminate 5, just kind of gut-chucking it. The Hobbit, sad. Sad face. Tulip, just because I don't physically have my copy with me right now. Oh, sad. Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, because we should really finish blue version first. So we're down to 7. 2 more. Oh. This is hard. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I guess Shepherd's Crossing is a farm RPG, and we would be going straight from Stardew Valley into another farming RPG, so maybe we should take that out. And then Kirby's Dream Land is a platformer, and if we're going to just go right into another platformer, we should probably finish the one we already started. So there's 5 games. Okay. We've got our 5. Ooh, so in the next video, we are going to ask these 5 games, these 5 questions, and assign them a score from 1 to 5. And see which one gets the most points. See you next time. DarthDaimyo is blasting off again.